Hello, everyone. He's Jose. I am Call. You're watching Talking Ball. Um, Very nice to have you with us this Sunday. Sorry about the time confusion. There was time confusion everywhere. Apparently, y'all's clocks changed, but ours haven't changed yet and won't until the 5th of November. So yeah, it's just like the United States. Can't do anything like the rest of anybody. We've got to do it our own little special way. But thank you everybody that is here for making it here. I'm sure we'll have some more people kind of pour in as time goes on. But yeah, Jose, good weekend of football. You've been enjoying any matches today, particularly so far?
I was watching the Man United, the Manchester derby, but then I've come on here, so I've
You're,
stopped
you're,
watching it.
you're. So I actually was watching the end of Fulham, and wow, am I already forgetting? Fulham
Brighton,
played
right?
Brighton, yeah, and that was the end. The end got pretty exciting once Fulham scored. So I was just waiting that one out and seeing what would happen. So far in the Manchester derby is still 0-0.
I believe so. I think I've stopped watching it now, so I think it wasn't 0-0 when I last watched it.
Well, we appreciate you big time for being here. Big time.
That's all right.
In the house, we've already got Adrian Sroka saying good afternoon. He's always the first one to say hey, and we appreciate that. Nothing better than a good friend, and that's what you get in Adrian Sroka. Um, and he was trying to help me. He helped me clear up the time confusion. So, Adrian, big up. You get unofficial show member status for that because, yeah, big up, man. We've also got Bobby K in the house. Big up to Colin, Jose, and everyone in the chat. Big up yourself, Bobby K. Big up yourself. You might notice, I'll say this again a couple times throughout the show. I finally figured out how to do subscribers only chat. So you have had to have been a subscriber for a minute before you can chat now. Something you'll probably see more often on the show now that we've finally gotten it figured out. So yeah, Bobby K and Adrian in the house so far. Big up, you guys. Always good to have you. So was the Manchester derby the first football you had been watching throughout the day, Jose, or did you get to catch any of the other matches?
No, the only ones that were live on Sky Sports, which is the satellite subscriber system we got here, was West Ham game, but I didn't bother watching it. Ellie's just come on. Jose and Colin watching the Manchester derby. Hoyland gave away the pen, silly, tugging at Rodri's shirt and putting his arms around him and pulled him down. So 1-0 to City, Haaland penalty. Okay, I didn't even know that. So Man City have scored then.
Wow. Okay. Should I do what we normally do and kind of keep just like everybody a little up to date in case they aren't watching? We'll kind of I'll keep the score pulled up unless you want it a secret. And I can also do that for you depending on what you are looking for, my friend.
No, it doesn't have to be a secret.
Okay. I don't know how you are about going back and watching matches that you already know the outcomes of.
It's
tough for me.
This will be highlights, so.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you one little bit. I've actually got it on here next to me, but I won't be doing a ton of watching. Yeah. So far this weekend, I mean, results haven't really gone our way as Spurs fans. We took the lead. Obviously, we got that 5-point lead. But it's quickly turning back into a 2-point lead. It's looking like it's going to be. There's still a lot of this match left to go, but with Arsenal, having won their match yesterday, so it was sweet while it lasted. Still, we're in first place. I think we all kind of expected this.
All that happens is the gap between first and fifth is currently 4 points. So we're 26, Villa 22. But then after that, the gap between us and sixth is 9 points. And seventh is 9 points. The gap between us and Manchester United at the moment is 11 points. And that's first to eighth. So at the end of the day, you can only play against the people that are put in front of you. And you just keep playing the people that you put in front of you. At the end of the day, you have to play everyone twice in some sort of an order, and that's what we will do. That's what all the other teams will do as well. So yeah,
very well put.
We go on, and at the end of the day, we're top of the league because we've got the points so far that we require to be in that position.
Absolutely.
Let's just chug away, carry on the choo-choo train.
Yeah, nothing else to do. All aboard the Ange train, and like we were saying, standing room only, if that. Right now, everybody aboard the Ange train, and we'll be happier about that. Looks like we've got 8 people in the house right now. Big up to all 8 of you. It's football Sunday, and you guys are all here hanging out with us. We really appreciate having y'all in the building.
Y'all,
We got Boris. We got Boris Britt. What is up, Boris? Congrats to Everton. Yeah, beating West Ham. I don't know if you saw that, but
I think. Let me have a look. Yeah, I'm happy with that because I had the correct score result for Everton.
oh, there you go. There you go. I'm not. I can't. I think I might have had a draw. I can't remember.
I've had two correct today. I've had one completely incorrect, and I've had one correct winner so far today. And
so you're like you. You play pool?
Sorry.
Do you play pool or anything like that? You just seem like a pool shark. You go in the first week, you pretend you're bad at it. You say, I'm in the relegation zone. And then you really kick on. After you get everybody lured in.
Okay, so now you've asked the question. I used to represent London under-19s.
Yeah.
So back in the 80s, I was in the under-19s pool team for London.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I play pool left-handed and right-handed.
So depending on, no matter where the shot was, you could get a good angle for yourself on it.
I play left and right-handed with playing pool. I also play pool where I play with the pool cue behind my back. I play with a pool cue, putting my leg over the table. I take the absolute piss on the pool table, but I don't play as much as what I did 20 odd years, nearly 30 years ago. I play a lot less, but yes, I've been known to have a few bucks on the table. Both here and abroad when I've been abroad, even in the States.
It's global as well. Yeah, I was gonna say. So my father-in-law worked he's worked at a prison for most of his life, but for a while was in charge of like recreation, and pool is really big in prison. And he used to hustle the prisoners, and they can't do much back with the power difference there. But yeah, he was a real good pool player, or is, I guess, a real good pool player. He doesn't have the same job now, but it looks like we've got some of the heavy hitters in the building. Obviously, we've got Ellie here. We've got Bobby Case in the house. Adrian, of course. I think soon it might be time to kind of.
Yeah, today's a calling show, and as it's a calling show, what we will do is we will put the link out there in a minute. But the rules are plain and simple. If you're coming in, your camera and your mic need to be working.
And it really helps if we know you, like, at all in any way, shape, or form.
If you've got it on sub or members only, then you should be all right.
Yeah, we should be good. So
okay, if you fire it up. If you fire it up, then put it in there. There's a lot of people talking to each other. And Boris Britt has put down a comment saying, "I hope Luis Diaz's father is returned home safely." So, did you know about that?
No, what happened? Like,
Luis Diaz's father has been taken from his property, and they've put in ransom requests, I think, and stuff like that.
Jesus,
so
that's awful. That's something where, like, that's an absolutely terrible situation. Something that I kind of thought we were past. That type of thing. What country was he in when this occurred? Do you know?
I think it's Colombia, because that's where Luis Diaz is from.
Gotcha.
I think it's Colombia.
Okay. Well, wow. That's absolutely awful. Thoughts and prayers, and that they get him back safely. It's one of those things I was going to say. You have to pay the ransom there.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what they do, what the negotiators would do, and what they would advise. What they'd advise Luis Diaz to do.
Well, we really hope that it all goes smoothly. That's some heavy hitting stuff right there.
So Boris has come back and said both his father and mum were kidnapped, and the police found his mother. They were kidnapped from their cars, and it was in Colombia.
So it was like a coordinated thing. They were both kidnapped. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Well, again, I don't pray a whole lot, but prayers. Hey, we're getting a phone call. Hold on 1 second. Colin here, host of the famous Colin show on Talking Ball. Yeah, Adrian. Yeah, sure. Come on, man. Just don't show your balls to anybody, man. Here we go. We've got a special guest today, Mr. Adrian Sroka. What is up? How are you, buddy?
Hi. Thanks for having me on. Hi to the chat, everyone in the chat. Come on, smash that like button, guys. Come on.
You've got that warm, sexy robe on again today.
Yeah,
you know I like that robe.
On.
I think everybody likes the robe,
but it just feels good.
Go ahead if you're watching, throw a like on the video if you like the robe. That way we'll get a good idea of how the chat feels about the robe. Fleece, you said? That's nice.
Yeah, fleece, yeah.
And you've also got Ellie's coming to him. Hoyland tried to make amends, burst through that boy's lightning, but he took it away from goal and muffed this opportunity. But did get it across from the wide position from Fernandez and hit it over.
your boy Fernandez.
And then, sorry, just before we go back to there we go. Ellie says, Adrian, no balls.
Yeah, no balls today, Adrian. No, just playing, of course.
Boris Britt has put more in there saying both his father and mum were kidnapped by the police, and the police found his mother. They were kidnapped from their cars and he was in Colombia. Okay, but then he's put down. Apparently, the Colombian police are offering a 200 million pesos, I believe, which is just under £50,000 and US dollars.
Wow, that is awful. I can't imagine what I would do. If you know what I mean. I think if I know you don't want to encourage like further things, but like I think if I was the player, I might put up a bigger reward than that myself, like a personal one. But then again, I don't know if you're allowed to do that. I don't know what's the mom says thumbs up for the robe. What is up, Mom? Julie Sievers, everybody. Hi, Mom, in the chat. She's a real one. One of the biggest Spurs fans.
Good value, guys. £30 on eBay, right? £30 on eBay for a fleece.
Can't beat it. Ellie says that we love
the blue one as well.
You wear that on match days? Is the blue one? Is it like a nice? It's like
I haven't. It's just one gets dirty. I've got one to put on, and my one's in the machine.
There you go. I like it. I got a Christmas sweater on today. It says "Gangster Rapper." And it's got Santa Claus on it. It's a nice pun, I thought, and it's not quite Christmas, but it feels like it outside. Gosh, it's cold. Yeah. So, have you watched much football this weekend besides Spurs? Obviously, Adrian.
No. I watched the highlights of Spurs again. I haven't watched anything today.
I forgot that you're not a huge
very Spurs centric. If it's not Spurs, I mean, I will watch some games if I'm bored with something to do and they're on, But I don't watch too many because I'm never going to watch enough games to be able to judge a player. With the Spurs players, you're going to watch every home and away game. And if I'm going to watch Man United, Liverpool, people can rave about these players for foreign clubs. How often are you going to see them play 3 or 4 times a season? And you're supposed to judge them on that and say, this player's really good, we should go and get him. Well, unless they're proven to be world class, there's no guarantees, are there, in football? If you want a guarantee, buy a toaster,
I like it. I like it a lot. It's a good point too. It's a good point. So you're saying if you're forced, if they sat you in front of a chair and like held your eyes open, that you would watch football, but otherwise you're watching only Fools and Horses.
Jimenez is getting a lot of press at the moment in the media because he's having a good season in Holland. I've got a bit of a cold, by the way. But
sorry about that, buddy. I hope you get to feeling
27,
better.
Isn't he? How old's he? How old's Jimenez? Have a look.
Yeah,
we get linked with players, and when we link with them, we never heard them before, and they're 27 years of age, whatever.
No, Jimenez is young, Adrian. I think he's 22, 23.
Oh, right. There was another striker we were linked with that was older. And when we get linked with them, we never heard them before, and they're like 26, 27.
Not a good sign, yeah.
I've got a little cut-off point with players, even the Spurs coming through at 24. If you can't show us you're good enough at 24, I don't want you. Right? So that's just a little rule. It's not written in stone, but it's
not hard and fast. Yeah, because we've been begging for our manager, the one and only Ange Postecoglou, to have a little black book and have some undiscovered gems in there. And I don't care if they're 27. You know what I mean? If he finds a player that can make that little step up and do the business, 27 or not, I say go for it. Does age? I mean, I know it matters probably to you, Jose. Of course, we don't want to be signing like old players, but I'm not against some unknown older guys if the boss thinks they're good, especially if they're from leagues we don't usually scout or spend a lot of time in.
You'd like to think that if they're a bit older, they're known already.
But
they would already be known. You see what I mean? The only people that you don't know are the young ones. The older people, you're going to know them. Some people do get there. It happens throughout the world. It happens in every decade. You're going to get some players that get their moves later on in their careers when they're in the mid-20s or going towards late 20s. They get their big moves or whatever. But yeah, the players are all going to be known regardless of age.
Like that Harry Kane guy, that he got his big move finally. I heard that he moved to a big club finally when he was 30. 30, was it 30? I'm obviously.
You don't mind if your centre backs are old and experienced, and you don't mind if your goalkeeper's a bit older, do you? Because you want the experience there, but you want younger legs all around the rest of the pitch. Really, I think you do anyway.
That's fair. That's fair, and I can't argue with that. But I'm just thinking, maybe there's a player who's, and again, I'm being so hypothetical and just argumentative for argumentative sake. But say there's a player who's just got to, who's impressed, but not hugely, just needs to make just a little step up to become a good player. We think we can help them make that change. I would be happy with those types of signings, even if they are a bit older. You don't want to obviously fill your team with 27-year-old guys, but I think, throw a couple in there if you need to. But yeah, who knows?
So you've got your mum saying rushing the season, Colin, about your T-shirt. And then your mum says, I tried to watch Liverpool versus Forest, but I hated seeing Paul score. That's
another reason I don't watch rivals play. If they're playing in like group stages of Champions League and Arsenal lose, everyone laughs. But like in the first stage of those competitions, they're going to get through. So you're only going to wind yourself watching them win. And I don't want to watch them win. And I don't want to watch Liverpool win or Man United win or Arsenal win or Chelsea win. I don't want to sit there afterwards and think, they won and I'm disappointed. So I won't watch.
So you didn't say Man City, so you must be like watching them then. You didn't say Man City.
Well, because we haven't won nothing over the years, you want a team to win that's got a bit less hate around them, Mind you, all their trophies are going to be tarnished when they get found guilty of these charges, like Chelsea's were. Chelsea, they may have been the most successful team, but what you got to take is all them trophies were won with bent money from an oligarch who the government sat on. They've got a list of all these dodgy characters. They wouldn't give him British citizenship, so that tells you everything behind the lines, right? So then, all his dodgy money, money laundering and stuff like that comes through. Eventually, they kick him out, make him sell his club. That tells you a lot. I mean, we didn't hear no court cases, no rebellions, did we? He went. I think he's in Turkey now or something. So their trophies are tarnished. So are Man City's if they're found guilty as well. So,
but at the end of the day, their fans won't care. You know what I mean? They're all in the cabinet.
The fans won't care. They won't care.
Yeah.
They won't like it. Some of them won't like it, but they won't care. No.
And then Ellie's saying, she's my Julie, as Ali G says. I don't know if you know Ali G.
Yeah, the Sacha Baron Cohen character, right?
Yeah, Ali G. Yeah. He always says, me Julie.
I love it. That's awesome. I didn't know that. I'm going to have to start using that.
So that's why Ellie says, she's me Julie, as Ali G would say. Boris Britt has come back and said, and that's why Jota's goal, he pulled out Diaz's shirt to show that he was with him, same with the rest of the team, since he wasn't picked today. Boris Britt said, yes, Santiago Gimenez is 22. Your mum's saying, I wouldn't buy an older player, but Perisic put in a shift before he got injured.
All I'm saying.
Ellie's,
he was known.
Ellie's saying that Fernandes, also known as Rat Face, to me, was right up in the ref's grill just now. Don't like him. He's always moaning.
I wonder how he doesn't. I guess he's not the third player to arrive or whatever, but it seems like they're awfully picky and choosy whenever they book people for descent these days. If it's certain players, they don't usually see much.
Some players, yeah, but the people that get booked for descent is because they deserved it. So, in my eyes,
Jose, question for you, because let
me just catch up with the chat, and then we'll come back to you, Adrian. I'm sorry, just want to make sure we've covered the chat. I like to watch rivals a bit, hoping to see them stumble on occasion. When they start to take control, I switch them off, is what Mum says.
Fair.
You have Bobby K saying good afternoon to you, Adrian.
Get on here, Bobby K. Get on, the links out there. Come on.
He said he's carving pumpkins with the kids, but he's got a sound in the background. So hi, Big K. Hi, Little K.
And then you have Eddie saying, brilliant save from McTominay. Brilliant thumping shot, but Edison was equal to it. Great save. Then she says, we need Man United to get points off City. I'd rather Man United suffer, to be honest with you. And then Boris Brick, well, if they are a free agent or around 10 to 15 million pounds, I'd take the player of that age, since a lot of players that age have proven ability. Now, Aiken, you were just about to ask me a question, I think.
Yeah, you know the Spanish players better than me. PSG, there was a rumour today, one of the reports I read. You doubt these reports are credible, but what's Ruiz like at PSG, the Spanish player?
Ruiz is a good player. He is a good player. He's very technical. He is a good player. He's got an engine on him. Got a shot. He's a decent player.
Because all I see on him is his place as a 6 or a 10, 6 or an 8 rather. But no, we were linked with him today in one report. And I thought, although we don't really need any midfielders, now we've got Bentancur back. We've got 6 to finish the season with. I don't see us getting a midfielder unless a really good opportunity comes for someone who's of like top-notch quality. Then I could see us going. The same with the odd youngster. If we get the odd freaky youngster in, I'm not going to go overboard. I know they'll be brought in for future, for the future. So, no, but he was linked today, and I thought, well, if he plays for PSG, he's got to be this decent. And so I thought I'd ask you about him. That's all.
Fabian Ruiz, he's 27.
Yeah, he's not getting much game time, you see. That's why the rumours are there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they've taken a couple of Spaniards over there. So Ruiz was at Betis and was signed by Napoli. So he was at Napoli for 4 years, and then Paris Saint-Germain signed him last season. And last season he'd made 35 appearances with 4 goals. At Napoli,
he took his place then.
They've got a load of youngsters in their side now. PSG. They brought in. They've got that double-barreled surname youngster that plays for them as well. He's really, really good player. He's playing Zana Emery or something like that. His name is.
Real quick, I want to get this up too. This just seemed. Sorry, Rakesh, I'll get yours up in a second. But Boris Britt put, well, we need a midfielder since in January we lose 2 of our starting midfielders. Adrian, I know how you feel about this.
I can answer that, Boris. Yeah. It's not such a big issue for us. I think what people may not know, if you don't know, the Premier League winter break is from the 14th of January to the 30th of January. And the Asian Cup and AFCON start from, well, they overlap each other anyway. So they start roughly from the 11th of January to the 12th of February, which is a month, right? So there's a 12-day gap where we would lose our players in theory, but we would only lose them if some or 3 of them got to their finals. And Mali and Senegal would have to get to the final for us to lose Sarr and Basuma. Son's got more chance of getting to the Asian Cup final, though, isn't he? So we may lose Sonny, but no, 12 days. At first, people thought we were going to miss them for about 4 games. And all that. I haven't checked the fixtures from the 30th of January to the 11th, 12th of February. It's something we could look at and see, but I don't think they'll be missing for like.
I can do that.
And we've got Bentancur back, so you still got Bentancur. I mean, you still got a bit of a skip,
So today, Adrian, PSG beat Brest away 3-2, and Fabian Ruiz started today. Played the whole game, got booked in the 88th minute, played the whole game, and he was in centre midfield with Warren Zaire Emery. He's a youngster that I'm talking about.
Boris Britt threw that in the chat as well.
In January, I know we got the FA Cup 3rd round starts on the 6th. So what's the fixture list from the 30th of January to the 12th of February?
Right, hold on, sorry, I'm just saying, because you asked me a question earlier. So on the subs bench today, they had Carlos Soler, who's a midfielder, and they had Manuel Ugarte.
Oh, we know Ugarte.
So Ugarte was on the subs bench, and Ethan Mbappe.
Wonder if there's any relation.
Shirt and door. So they've gone away from what they used to have, Paris Saint-Germain, and they've now gone down for youth, so for younger players. So Ruiz was brought in, but they've got rid of a load of their superstar players and the big contracted players.
Yeah,
They've gone down a different route.
I think QSI, the Qatari Sports Investment Group, I think they've got fed up trying to buy that Champions League Cup trophy. That's why they're hinting about trying to get in the Premier League. Mm.
Yeah, so you've got right, yeah, that's his name, Warren Zari Emery. Rakesh is saying if we stay in the top 4 till January, we need to have at least 3 new players. You've got Julie saying, but we have Pierre, Skip, and Bentancur to help out matters. I think it will be okay. Ellie saying, I've started to cook a Sunday roast now, and that's half time. It will be all the trimmings, of course.
Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah. Of course. We'll get you on, man. 1 second. Everybody.
Hey.
Josh from Speaking Spurs has called in. What is up, Josh? Thank you for giving us a phone call. That was very nice.
Josh. You're muted.
And,
what about that? Is that better?
That's
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
How you doing?
better. Doing good. Doing great. I hope you're well, my friend. It's good to see you.
I'm doing well. My predictions weren't very good, were they? Let's be honest.
I'll
I'll
tell you now, Josh.
Fun, you know?
Josh, at the moment, you have got 4 correct, but not correct score predictions. You've got 4 correct results, i.e. the team that you went for, you didn't get the correct prediction, but you got the right team winning or the right score home or away. So that scores you 4 points. And at the moment, you're on for a 5th point because you predicted 2-1 to Man City, but they're winning 1-0. So that would.
Oh yeah.
But if they win 2-1, it gives you 3 points. So you ain't done the worst this weekend.
Nah, I'll take the 4 points though.
I won't. I won't let people out the cat of the bag yet. Who's done the best though?
Yeah,
let me guess.
Colin knows already.
He won't shut up about it. He just keeps saying, I'm the best. I'm the best.
Colin, at the moment, 2 people went for the home win for Man United, and you're one of them. Sorry, Robbie. I told you I'd catch up. I told you.
It could happen. Hey, it can still happen. There's an entire half of football to be played here, and there have been some wonderful saves. So it could really go either way.
So, sorry, you've got Boris Britt saying, well, we'll lose them for a bit, and it could be some key games, those being Man United and Brentford, will be 2 games we lose. I will look up the games in a second.
I've just looked them up. On the 30th of January, we've got Brentford at home. On the 3rd of February, we've got Everton away. And then on the 10th of February, the last game, we've got Brighton at home. So I don't think we're going to miss all those players for those 3 games, actually. Can't see them all getting to their finals. So I think we'll be fine.
All right. And so you've got that. Right. So your mum's just complimenting Ellie because Ellie's got to cook Sunday dinner. She's thinking, but your mum's thinking of ordering a pizza.
Me too. Ambitious. Are we sidekick, Mom? Because I was going to order a pizza too. So just saying.
You can't beat a British roast dinner. You've never had it.
You can beat it. You can beat it very comfortably.
Can you with what? Curry? What are you doing?
Thai green curry, mate.
Okay.
You've got Julie saying hello to you, Josh. You've got Bobby K saying hello to you as well. Boris Britt said, I wouldn't trust Skip and Højbjerg to go in January. You've got Rakesh saying, Joshy comes with 3 beers in his belly.
Not quite. I don't drink beer. I'm on the
Jameson. Irish blood.
You did have a bit of a nice glow about you. You look like you're.
I'm actually sober. I've not had a drink today at all. If anything, I'm only drinking Diet Coke.
Mia, get on.
It's that Diet Coke glow. Let's
have some female company on here. Mia, get on.
Mia, say hello.
Mia, what's up?
Wayne Bonner.
2 of our patrons, both at the same time. What is up, guys? Very happy to see you. Glad you were here for the call-in show. The link is in the chat. I'll post it again. Cherie's in the chat too.
Yeah,
guys,
I'm going to come to Cherie, but are you going to read out Wayne Bonner's in your American accent?
Yeah, I could do that. What's up, everyone? Hope you're all well and enjoying the scum being below us.
I do a pretty good John Wayne. Get down off that horse before I knock you off.
It is pretty good. It's pretty good. Cherie says, "Hello, guys. Hello, Cherie. What is up?" And if I'm, I still feel like I'm mispronouncing your name. I'm gonna have to go back to an old show and figure it out. You did tell us once.
Yeah, Cherie. Yeah, tell us if we are pronouncing your name wrong, because we don't want to pronounce your name wrong. And if it is that we are doing that, please let us know so we can correct that.
People call me Colin, and I'm just like, what? So I get it. It happens to me.
Colin.
Keep those Colin Raha.
I thought about making it the Colin show, like get it, like Colin, but I didn't feel like being that corny. Oh, hold on. Hello. Yes, this is Colin show with Jose. And who's this? Oh my gosh, forgive me. Yes. Guys, I might lose my job. I accidentally was talking to the boss like that. It's Mia. Mia's here. It was Mia on the phone. And now she's on the show.
Howdy.
Hi, Mia. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I've just been baking bread with nice Canadian flour. I sent a picture this morning to Bobby Kane and said I'm supporting my Canadian brothers and sisters by buying Canadian flour.
Yeah, but is it poutine though? Like, it's not Canadian if it ain't poutine.
I've never even had that. But I'm also not from Canada.
I really want to try it. There we
go. Yeah, I would love to try it, but never have had the opportunity yet.
So she's come. She's let us know. Her name is Say Ray.
Oh, Say Ray then.
Say Ray.
Say Ray. Okay, gotcha. Perfect. Sorry about that. I was destroying it, so now we know.
And
Nita R
is here as well.
Hope you're well as well, Nita. Look at this ragtag crew we have assembled today for the call-in show. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm just gonna throw it out there, and I'm just in case. We are top of the league. Just like I said, just again getting that out there. I don't know if you guys know. I forgot, and then just kidding. How could I ever forget? It's monumental. It's huge, and I know that it's too early to be getting excited, but like, come on, be honest. Are any of you guys a little bit excited at all?
It's not too early to get excited. Unfortunately, like with Spurs, because there's always the fear mongers and the doom mongers and the hypothetical doom mongering that goes on. You've still got the what if brigade. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if this? Enjoy the moment. Just enjoy the moment. Worry about any setbacks if and when they happen. You know.
Yeah, 100%. If you can't live in the moment, you know.
Do you know what I would say is that I'm living in the moment, Adrian, but I'm also aware that those bumps could come. So when them bumps, if they do come, I'm not going to get really over dramatic about it, because I think that's what's going to happen. People are going to get really over dramatic, like they should be prepared for that, where I'm fully prepared for things to happen and to go wrong. So I'm like enjoying it in the moment. I'm positive, I'm happy, but I'm prepared for things to also happen.
You're as a girl, basically.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Tread in the middle course.
Yeah, I think to me, as a girl, I think it's the Girl Scouts, they always be prepared, or the Boy Scout, whatever sort of scouts you get, you always have to be prepared, right? So I'm preparing myself, and if it happens, I'm not going to throw a fit about it, where I think some people are waiting for it to happen so they can get that, so they can throw a fit, because I think people just don't want to be happy. Like, it feels like sometimes people want to not be happy about stuff. So it feels like some people are waiting for the doom and gloom to happen. Well, I'm not waiting for it to happen. I'm just prepared for it to happen.
Well, I mean, there are more positives, aren't there, than negatives out there anyway that could happen, because Bentancur's now back, very close to full fitness. Gill's back and Sessinon's back. Not Sessignon. Gill back and Johnson's back, isn't he? So Johnson had a hand in the goal. So, and that was a great second goal. It started right from the back. And it was beautiful. Great crossfield ball by Sarr, who had a very good game, to Brennan Johnson, to Madison, back to Johnson, to Sonny, who just finishes like Sonny does, doesn't he? You know, so, I mean, I just thought that was a really good goal, good team goal.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I rewatched the goal as well. Spurs Alonia. It was beautiful. Definitely, it was like every player had a touch. Beautiful stuff. Real quick, wanted to say to everybody, we are getting up there in subs. I don't know if you saw today, Jose. 356 is what we were at before the show. We might have lost one or two during the show today, but 356. We're really climbing up there. I remember we hit the 300. Just want to thank everybody out there for your continued support. And if you have any Spurs fans in your life that are looking for Spurs content that's wholesome-ish and friendly, send them our way, and we'd love to have you on. We're gonna do more of these call-in shows, so as long as you've subscribed to the channel, you're welcome on the show. And also, clothes on, please. It's just one thing we ask. Yeah, guys. Jose, was there anything particular you wanted to address about the match or matches today? I'm still watching, and the second half has just kicked off. Manchester City.
I'm glad you're watching it because I ain't. you must have time on your hands. I'm too busy trying to sort this show out.
I've got something I want to bring up. Go
on, Josh.
I think we need some chance for some of the players because I think they're worthy of it. I genuinely think they're worthy of it, and I've got the perfect one for Vicario. Right? It's to the tune of "Rocking All Over the World." Right? And I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, I la 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 like it, la 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 la. Here we go, Guglielmo Vicario. It's got to be done.
That's beautiful.
That's only. It's just a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? If like using his whole name, that's all I would say.
Mine was, and comes from a land down under to manage Spurs in North London.
That's a good one.
See Ainge rage, hear him thunder. Gooners better run, better take cover.
Joe, whenever I hear a Doji, I always think of "You Are My Destiny, You Are My One and Only." It has to be that for Destiny. I know it's a slow song, but I always think of that when I think of Destiny.
Anything you want, you Doji. Anything you need, you Doji.
I love it. That's a good one.
You doggy out. Who?
It doesn't flow as good, but it's still good. But no. What was yours again? What was that again, Josh? Sing it one more time.
Oh, Rocking All Over the World.
Anything you
want, you Doji.
Doji. Yeah.
Anything you need, you Doji.
Yeah, I think that could go.
Better than the first one, anyway.
Joe, I think we need one for Papa Mata Star. I would love to have a song for him.
I think
he doesn't have one.
I don't know words, something for you to think of, or you like next time. I think someone was going on with a Bowie one. There's a Starman or something like that.
Oh man, yeah, Starman, yeah.
That would work. I don't know how you do the lyrics though, but they said Starman. I think someone come up with something on Starman. Right?
So we've had a request
or something like that,
We've had a request for the Madison song. Somebody may have made a song about James Madison. I found it. Again, this isn't me. This is just somebody made this, but I'd love to play it for you guys and see what you think, what you've got to say about this. Like I said, I just found it. Let's see what we think. My team has got James Madison. James Madison is what we need. Whoa, thank God we got James Madison. This kid plays ball like you would never believe. Whoa. Yeah.
I don't think anything can beat just the generic Madison.
No, I think that song that Colin does, I honestly do sing it as well around my house. I love it. I literally rock out every time he plays it.
You guys should just definitely get it going. Some people that go to the matches, try to see if you can get it going. That would be wonderful, and I'm sure James would appreciate it as well.
Don Damboy is coming, and he's asking, big up everyone. What do you think about the left back? We looked so poor when the doggy was out last match. If a doggy is out, who do you want to play in that position? Emerson or Davis?
It's tough, but not.
Neither.
I mean, it's actually really easy.
Well,
For me, out of the two, it would have to be Emerson, right? I don't know. Does anyone?
Debatable, isn't it? Look, this was one game.
Yeah, Emerson.
Go on, Mia.
Yeah, Emerson, I'd say. I would say Emerson out of the two. But if it was worse, come to worse, what I said the other day, if we had somebody to cover Van der Ven, I'd rather have Van der Ven because he's got the legs, man. He can get back and up and down that pitch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't move Van der Ven for love nor money, though, Mia, personally. I mean, he outrun the Palace forward, didn't he, to get the ball back, who had the jump on him anyway. I just think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, then why not bring in...
Yeah, but in emergency, for one game. But for one game, if we had to, right?
If we've emergency situation.
Well, if we've got doubts about those two playing there, Royal, who's not technically very good in the final third, or Davis, if you think he's lost his mojo completely, then bring a youngster in. Bring in Charlie Sayers. No?
No.
But why bring a youngster when you're better off bringing someone in?
Look how Udogie plays. He plays very high. Hang on a second. Hang on. I've got Winter screaming. Hang on a second.
No, you're good. She just wants on the show. What's up, Winter? Everybody, Winter is Josh's lovely daughter.
You got to look. You got to look at how Udogie plays. He plays very, very high, and he presses very, very high. We've got a left winger in our team, in our ranks, that's not being used. Why don't we play Perisic in that role? Perisic is as the left back. If you want him to play exactly how Udogie does,
he won't play for Tottenham again, Josh. He's out injured till next summer at least.
Oh, was he out injured? I didn't even know.
He's done his ACL, mate. He's been out. He's been out for a month. He's been out for a month already. He's out completely. He won't appear for Tottenham again, I don't think.
And he's going to Hajduk Split, apparently. Because we've got Vuskovic coming to us.
Yeah, but that's not for another 2 years, though.
No, I think it might be next year now. I'm not sure.
No, it's 2025.
I don't think they can move to their 18.
It's 25.
Sorry?
It's 2025 that he's coming. But the thing about it is that Perisic would be too slow anyway, because we saw what he's like on the left wing. He was to get back defensively, he's too slow. We need someone with legs and power, and that's why I wouldn't want to bring a youngster to do that job, because I don't know if Ange thinks any of the youngsters is ready. Now, if we bought a centre back to cover for Van der Ven, then we have someone to come into Van der Ven's place, and we've got the legs where he can still help out in defence because he has got the legs to do so.
So what's the priority?
Push him over out to the right, left. You could do that, but I suppose Ange would love to be able to give Sessegnon another go there, but he's still a little bit
away. Flake legs. No.
I knew Mia was going to say that. I knew it.
I disagree. I know he's had all these hamstring problems, which they say have been fixed now. So if he fouls and he gets a chance again, that is it. I'd agree with you all there. But when I watched him play against Man City away, a game we lost, he did all right against Foden and Jesus when he was there. I've seen him have some good games from Spurs when he's took some bad press in other games, and rightly so, right? But no, he's got there's a player in there, but whether he makes Spurs is another thing.
But he's done all right isn't good enough. We've got the level of Udogie. We need someone closer to that level, where Sessegnon is nowhere near that level. That's the thing. I don't want all right players. I want better. And I don't want him because he's not good enough.
Why don't we just the other option we've got Regulon out on loan. Just recall him from his loan.
Has he shown anything that says that he would be any better? I honestly haven't seen much of him at United.
He shows that he can play in this system under Ange.
Jose, have we got any chance of getting Hakimi off of PSG?
Yeah, but he plays right. He's not left.
I see him on the left against Man City in a Champions League game. He was on the left.
What, for Real Madrid or something?
He might have moved around a bit or something.
No, this is
Hakimi used to be at Real Madrid. Hakimi was at Real Madrid before he went to PSG. Yeah. And they might have alternated their fullbacks at Real Madrid, but otherwise Hakimi plays on the right.
I definitely see him on the left when they played at Man City at the Etihad. He played brilliantly and all when he was there.
Man City have gone 2-0 up, Haaland. And do you know what? In my fantasy, I took out bloody Haaland. I took him out from being captain, and I put Salah in as captain.
No, I didn't see Liverpool.
Salah scored a goal today, but Haaland's now got 2. So you get double points for your captain.
Yikes, yikes, yikes.
The thing is, right, is that...
Sorry, Mia, I cut you off. So sorry.
Yeah, the thing is that I think priority when it comes to January, I don't see us getting a left back and a centre back. So that's why I said a centre back for me would be a priority. If you get a left-sided one, then you've got somebody to cover Van der Ven. So that sort of sorts out 2 problems. I would sell Reguilon. I don't think going forward he offers enough. I don't think defensively he offers enough. He's a bit of a meh player. Sessegnon isn't a good enough player. He needs to go. He's a bit meh. Højbjerg needs to go. He's meh. I think there's plenty of players that we can get rid of. Dyer needs to go. Lloris needs to go. There's so many players on our list that need to go, but it's going to take a bit of time.
All this meh going on. What's meh?
Sorry, what did you say?
All this meh going on. What's meh?
Meh, it's just like they're not really good players, but they're not awful. Like, I think I'm not a horrible person. Like, I don't kind of disrespect players like that. But I just think they're a bit meh. I don't want them. Like, I don't want players in my team that are just not good enough anymore. I want them gone. I want better. I want better level.
I think I'm asking, what does the word meh mean?
It means it's a bit like just vanilla, boring, plain.
I can understand the word vanilla. I just didn't understand meh.
Meh, yeah, vanilla, bit like meh.
Meh.
Yeah.
I would like to see Porro as competition for Decky on the right, and us get a taller right back in, because he got done again on the far post, and like it's come back to haunting him again, isn't it? Porro, he's been playing so well, but what normally happens is when a player has a few games. Remember, Spurs fans did it with Aurier. Oh, he's made a mistake, but the previous 4 or 5 games he played well. But like, no, it isn't good enough.
Yeah, but one mistake. No, he's not good. Like, you're being really hyperbolic. I think Porro, everybody assumed that he was going to be absolutely rubbish defensively. Right? Everybody said it. I said it as well. I put my hands up.
Because
but he makes
rubbish.
one mistake. But so many mistakes get made by, say, a Romero makes a mistake. Are we going to go, oh, well, because he made one mistake, that counts at all the other games that he was good? No. I think you're being really harsh on Porro. I think Porro's been really good this season.
I know where you're coming from, fine, but he jumped for the ball. He didn't even get the ball, right? And he was facing the ball for a change. Normally he gets done because he isn't looking. He's stuck on the far post. He's been caught out with crosses from the right before, and he's been caught out, like, I don't know, looking into space when, like, he's been done when people have outrun him, like against Burnley and all that. He got done at Leicester when we played away. He got done at Newcastle both times on the far post. He got done again.
Oh, but that's when we're playing a different football. Let's not talk about past, because a lot of our players were rubbish in the past. We can say Son wasn't good last season. We're not going to keep bringing up the past now. We're talking about this season.
I hope it's a one-off. I hope it was just an aberration on the day. But he was looking to the ball, and he should have done better. He should have done better. Having said that, to his credit, later in that half, he made a good block down the left-hand side to stop the threatening move by.
So there we go.
No, he did. I mean, I'll give him his credit there.
So there we go then.
I'll be watching him.
But you can't just say like you're making problems where there's not problems. Like, when you think about all the other problems in our team, we've got 99 problems and Porro ain't one. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm not making a problem. I hope it's an aberration for one game. I'm just pointing out a fact that the fact was that he should have done better, and he has been guilty of this before. I'm just pointing out the fact. I mean, I want him to do well. I've been impressed. I've been a harsh critic of him, you know, under Conte regime and all that. But I still think he needs to improve defensively for me.
I think at the moment I saw a post on Twitter, and it gave the starting 11, and it kills me to say this, and it really, really does. But I think one of the areas that we really should be looking at improving is in Kulu's role. I think we've got options in first team options across the board. We have options there, but I genuinely feel as if Kulu could be the weakest link in that starting 11. Honestly, I think in terms of where we should be looking, centre back is a priority. A backup centre back, absolute 100% priority, and then we need to be looking at someone to replace Kulu.
Interesting.
Do you not think though he gets played for a reason every time, Josh? Like me, I think that he does. I personally would like to see something different. Now, if we've got all of our players fit, and if he's still getting played, I think that shows you that he obviously ain't that Postecoglou likes. But me, I wouldn't mind seeing a Brennan Johnson and when Solomon's fit. But we can do that. We can switch it up because once everybody's fit, we have got people who can go on that right-hand side. There is players that can do that. So I think that we've got enough options there.
Kolo,
if I'm honest, I don't think we're short.
The best thing about Kolo is that you can play him on the left because he's the best thing about Kolo is you can naturally play him on the left because he's a left footer. He's a left-footed player, so naturally he can play on the left. So even if you was to get someone in to play on the right, you can then play him on the left, so you've got the best of both worlds. If Brennan Johnson pulls up again or Richarlison ain't performing, you can play Kulu out on the left and then just bring in another right winger. Solomon, for me, Solomon's very, very...
But we can do that.
I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed by Solomon so far.
I think we haven't seen enough of him, but we are looking at players. We're looking at more left wing players actually than anything, and we're probably looking at ones that are kind of both footed too. We've seen a couple that have been both footed or can play either side. So we are looking into a winger, I think, more than a striker. I'm going to be honest. That's what I get the sense from.
If we got, I want Richarlison benched, but if we were looking at a left player, I'm sure if it was a Jota, it'd only be on loan because you've got Johnson, Gill, right? You've got Solomon and possibly Sessegnon. You've got four that can play on the left, right? And said in a previous podcast, of course, that he said, we got enough left wingers. Now, I agree with you. We could switch Brennan Johnson over to right as competition for Decky. We could push Porra up as competition for Decky. And we're still covered. I think this is why the club know they've got cover and areas they can change it. This is why I think their main target will be a centre back. We won't get a midfielder in because we need, like you said, we need a left back and a left-footed centre back. If there's one out there we can get in, that's what it should be. We have enough firepower, even though the biggest concern with the team is that every front three permutation that Ange's picked, apart from the way at Burnley, it hasn't clicked. Richarlison looks crap. I want him to do well. I hope he gets his game back.
It looks crap. He does. He does look crap.
Used as an impact sub, right, as competition for Son. And then even Velez should be given a chance. So if Son gets tired and starts getting burnt out, because you're going to have to rest these players sooner or later, then you throw Velez in the middle or you throw Richie in the middle. He's not suited on the left. His best position's on the bench.
He does do a fine job on the bench. That is for sure. One of the better performers I've seen on the bench this season. Since it's spooky season,
and he's not scoring. That's his main job. All the work ethic and that's all well and good, right? Last 10 minutes of the game, try and get across the line with a 1-0 win or something. That's all well and good then, but his job's to score goals, and he doesn't. Your main striker should get you 15 goals a season. And if you can't score in an Ange system, when we've averaged, apart from the Palace game, we only had one shot on target, but when we've averaged 18.7 goals on target every game apart from Palace, if you can't score in a team that produces those sort of chances for people to have shots, then, he's got this season, hasn't he? You won't sell him in January if he's poor because no one will buy him, but he's got this season. He's going to have to turn it around or he's going to have to be dropped.
So prime Chadley versus Richarlison. Who do you have?
Prime Chadley all day long.
Yeah,
really. I kind of agree, but it's awesome how quick that was for you. I'm gonna add whatever. You've got something here. Hopefully, it's not pornography.
No, it's not. Look at that absolute screamer from Harry Winks. Harry Winks. Look, Peach, bang. I had the pleasure of seeing that live yesterday. Because I was at QPR.
Oh, nice.
I am so glad that he's found his level and his team and his system. I just want to find players that can fit this system that we have at Tottenham right now. Honestly.
Absolutely.
I don't care.
We all love the guy. I mean, it's good that he's found a place where he can succeed and be successful. We've all wanted that for him. We just knew it wasn't at Spurs, you know?
Yeah, do you know what? I think...
And maybe Richarlison's the same deal. Maybe Richarlison's the same deal. He might succeed somewhere else, but he's not going to succeed at Tottenham.
You know what I have a problem with is that a lot of the time Harry Winks. Sorry, I think I've got a bit of a delay. A lot of the time Harry Winks was getting really bad hate from our fans, and I never understand it, man. He's a Tottenham boy. He loves Tottenham. Why do people hate on our players so much? I'm happy as well that he's found his level. I'm happy that he's happy and that he's doing well. Like, nothing makes me happier to see a Tottenham boy do well. I just don't get the hate, man. People really hated on him, like proper. Some of the abuse I saw him get was just ridiculous.
And he was usually in a two-man midfield. You know what I mean? What do you expect him to do?
Technically, a very good. And you have to wonder, didn't you, after, I mean, if you're going to reach another level or you've got a much higher ceiling, you have to wonder if Winks was shackled by Conte and Mourinho, you know, because it's more defensive. You know, he might, I don't know what sort of role he's been given in that Leicester team, but they're top, aren't they? I think so. They're doing well. Hello, sweetheart.
Hey, Winter's here. Hey, Winter. She's a cutie.
So you put up a keeper West Ham, I think, a minute ago with two players.
I did. I'm gonna get it back up here too. Yeah,
so I
this
think
is kind of just a fun
Josh,
one.
Josh straight away just said Prime Chadley. Who else said Prime Chadley?
I would go with Chadley. What I've seen so far.
You would go with Chadley. Okay.
Yeah, I'd go Chadley as well. Chadley as well.
I'd also have Chadley.
I'll go with Richarlison.
Mm-hmm. What do you like about him, Jose?
Well, the only thing I like about him is we can still get a fee for him at the moment.
There you go. Okay. All right.
To me, right. Don't laugh and don't hate, right? But for some reason, Carlo Ancelotti likes him. Ancelotti's made no bones. He likes him. He liked him when he was at Everton, when he was managing Everton, and he likes Richarlison.
So let him buy him then.
Yeah, they've made inquiries, and if you look at Real Madrid at the moment, they beat Barcelona yesterday in the Clásico at Barcelona 2-1, and Jude Bellingham got both goals. But they've had to change their system, and they've had to play with Bellingham in the hole and play Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo. Okay, the three of them ain't bad players, but they're playing in different positions because they haven't got a centre forward. And Hosselu, who they brought in on loan, he ain't the player that they need up front, and so he doesn't play. So they're looking for a 9. They're looking for a striker because Mbappe won't be. The earliest Mbappe's coming is in the summer. So I'm hoping that with the love that Ancelotti keeps saying he's got for Richarlison, I'm hoping he puts a cheeky bid in for him in January to help.
What do you think it would take?
To help them push on the league and to push on for the Champions League, to have an extra body for him up front. What do I think it would take?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not Daniel Levy, but I tell you what, if they offered us anything up to 30 million, I'm taking it.
So would I.
I would as well. And yeah, definitely Chadley for me, and the keeper West Ham. And I always love Chadley. Make no mistake about it.
I think Soldado's better than fucking Richarlison. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, but we can't sell Soldado.
At least we actually got goals from Soldado.
But we can't sell Soldado. That's the only reason why I'm saying to Richarlison is because we can still sell him.
Yeah, no, you're right.
The others have all gone.
This is why at least our recruitment has improved. I mean, now we're looking at a team of Scott Munn with Johan Langer. His name is actually, even though it sounds like it's pronounced
Lang.
And him, say Chris Davies, head coach, Scott Munn and Ange have got a list. Let's hope they've got a few players.
And Fabio Paratici, the head chef, mate, he's still there.
As a consultant.
Fabio Paratici, the biggest fraud in world football.
He's brilliant.
Whoa. Yeah, don't be saying such wild stuff about my man in here cooking up deals.
Nah, he's a fraud,
Fabio.
mate. He's a fraud. I don't want him anywhere near Tottenham. I don't want him anywhere near us.
You don't
Oh,
like
I
good
do, I
signings?
do.
So
I don't
brilliant.
like him,
You
mate.
know-
It's his reputation that comes with him, mate. What he did at Juventus.
So, can I just ask you, right? That aside, is there any other reason that you think he's a fraud? Because I think that when you look at the players that we've got in, because of with Paratici being there, you can't understate some of these players. He got a Doji in, right? He was here when we got a Doji. He was here when we got Papa Matasar. So I feel like that Basuma as well, I think.
Yeah, if you,
Why
if
he
you,
goes
if you,
about-
so
it's
I'm
the way
just
he goes
like,
about
I
getting
just-
these players. It's all well and good having
Pardon?
them, but it's the way he goes about getting these players in. It's all well and good having them, but you've got to do it in a way that is what's the word?
But you really think that someone like
Legit.
Daniel Levy is going to allow him to do it in any dodgy way? Juventus are obviously, look at the trouble they've been in with their way that they run their club. You really think that Daniel Levy is going to allow that behaviour to happen with us? Come on, man, be serious. That ain't going to happen.
Nah, I just
yeah,
the way
I think
we
we've got
got
a slight
the
bias
way we
about
got.
him.
No, I don't have a bias at all. I've got my head screwed on. The way that we got Romero was dodgy as, and that's what flagged the whole investigation off. Yeah, the day that we signed him on loan was the day that he officially became a Juventus player from Sampdoria. That day.
Yeah, but that's been dealt with. We have to
It
look
was
where we are.
premeditated.
Like
It
Mia
was
said,
premeditated.
we got in Vicario, Paratici a couple of years ago. You've got Udogi, you got Van der Ven, right? Later on,
Porro as well.
Porro, right? You go out in midfield,
Basuma, Madison.
Basuma, right? Then you've got, then you go to Brennan Johnson, who we looked at for ages, right?
Madison,
forget
Brennan Johnson.
Bent and Kulo come in under him as well, right? So there's about 10 players that Paratici. All right, Richarlison, bit of a flop. And you look at our previous buyers, right? Davison Sanchez, 42 million. Lo Celso, we don't know what's going to happen with him yet. Ndombele, and if you include Richarlison, that's 200 mil. The other 200 mil has brought us in 8 players.
Richarlison came in under Paratici as well, though.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
so did Hill. So did Ashley
if he
Phillips.
stays as a consultant, all he's going to do
Solomon.
is be the one who recommends players. He's not in a position where he can do anything dodgy, because the Spurs financial people are the ones that get the deals.
Let's keep it that way. Don't
let him handle the money.
By all means, I can be an advisor if I really want to. I advise Spurs go and sign Edmund Tapsoba. Doesn't make me any more legit than the next man, does it?
No.
Like, let him be an advisor, but I do not want him anywhere near any deal making when it comes to Tottenham, because I just don't.
So
trust
it's not
the guy.
that you don't think he'll do a good job. It's that you think he'll do something that's going to get us in trouble.
Exactly that. I'm
What
not.
you've got with
I'm not
Paratici,
denying
though,
the quality. I'm not denying the quality of the players
What-
that he brings
what
in.
you've got
It's how
with
he
him-
does it.
he's got a wealth of experience, and he
that.
knows the leagues. Now, I hope Johan Langer knows the league as well, because he's been brought. He did well at Villa, and actually, Mile Jedinek, who was responsible for some loans at Villa, who's joined us as a coach, he tends to sit back with the reporters doing all the analytics on the laptops during the game and all that stuff. He even spoke to Scott Munn and Ange about, because he was at Villa with Johan Lange, about getting Lange in. So I dare say his opinion carried some weight, but they would have checked the guy out. So let's see what he does. Let's see who he gets in.
I'm not denying the state of the recruitment in the past. Yeah, the state of the recruitment in the past has been absolutely horrific.
True.
Yeah. And I'm not denying the quality of players that Fabio Paratici has brought in. And I'm not denying that the quality of players that we're bringing in now are the kind of talent that we need. What my main bugbear is that I'm worried that we are going to get into some kind of trouble because of how Paratici goes about his business. Yeah, there's a reason he's being investigated. I think he's got 200 charges, 200 indictments of dodgy dealings. There's a reason for that. Yeah, they don't just magic these claims out of thin air. There's a reason he's been banned.
Yeah, because Juventus were crooked through the bold level downwards, basically.
But Juventus have been crooked for years and years. It ain't the first time they've been.
So why wasn't Morata? Why did Morata not get sanctioned? Why is it only Fabio Paratici that's been?
No, it wasn't just Fabio Paratici. It was the whole.
I mean,
It was the chairman.
Have you never heard of a fall guy?
There was a load of there's a load of people. Pavel Nedved got done for it. The president got done for it. All the board resigned, and after resigning, Paratici had already left to join us, but all the board resigned, and they were all found guilty as well. Some of them got 10 years. Some of them board people can't come back into football for 10 years.
Yeah, Murata, who was the director of football before Fabio Paratici took over for that 2-year period, he got off scot-free.
But he wasn't one of the ones that was indicted, though.
Exactly, because he was legit.
Yeah. Okay, but let's go back. Let's go back 10 years before Murata was there, when they got relegated to the second division in the Italian league, and Del Piero was the only main player that stayed to play in the second division. He wouldn't leave Juventus. They got done then for the same thing. So what Juventus have done has been going on for years. It's not just now. It's been going on for years because they previously got done for it and they got relegated for it. And all the people that were there at the time all got banned from football. And this is before Murata and Paratici started.
AC Milan have been done before when they refused to come out of a second half or something in a game in Europe. There's been lots of Italian clubs been done.
A leopard never changes his spots.
But apart from, and I hear what you're saying, and I'm not going to say because you've got your opinion, and it's fair enough. But then also as well, apart from the buying and selling players, the structure that Paratici's put into Tottenham is now coming to fruition. When he's brought in Simon Davis, changed how the unders play and what they do. That
all
was
the
all
academy
done.
was changed.
That was all done by Paratici. Paratici
The
did all
start
this.
when Dean Rastrick was there, we had a strict pay structure for the under 17s, 18s, 21s, and all that. That's all been torn up now. That's why we could get Phillips in. That's why we can get these better young players in now because we're willing to pay money, and it's the right way to go. You know, we were. Everything was wrong about the recruitment in our club in the past and our academy and all that. And look at that, all the teams are top.
I've just enjoyed listening to Josh's opinion because I've said nothing but
that's fair enough.
great things about. Yeah, exactly.
I've got a question for you. Would you go out and sign back in the day, right? When Aaron Ramsey left Arsenal, would you have gone and signed him on 300 grand a week?
No.
Why did Paratici do it?
Because he was
solely responsible. 300 grand a week.
Yeah, but he was on a free, weren't he? That's why you could pay them.
Yeah, not 300 grand a week is robbery for someone at that level. I think that was a money wash. I think that was money washing.
Maybe it was dirty.
I think that was money washing. I think that was money washing. Exactly that.
He didn't do very well there, anyway.
Yeah,
it shouldn't have been there in the first place. Let's be honest.
They ended up with Rangers. And cost him the final because he missed a penalty.
Good God.
To be fair, I'm glad he missed the penalty because every time Aaron Ramsey scores, someone dies.
What? Hold on.
Have you not heard the myth? Have you not heard the myth? The nickname for Aaron Ramsey is Death Note, right? Because every time he scores,
bit harsh.
A celebrity dies.
Hold on, Chandler from Friends died.
You know,
yeah, Matthew Perry, whatever his name is, died. Yeah, today.
Yeah,
and someone else.
Bless him.
Rest in peace. Wholeheartedly mean that. But yeah, so hopefully Aaron Ramsey quits scoring goals. We don't need any more dead celebrities. COVID took out enough. So Aaron Ramsey, stop
what Man
scoring
City
goals.
doing to me? I need one more goal from Man City, and I've got a correct prediction.
They look good. I mean, they're keeping the ball in United's half. I haven't really been watching, but whenever I peek, they're always in United's half, passing the ball around, looking tidy. But still 2-0.
I just know it's 2-0, and I predicted 3-0, so that's why I'm just off of that.
Well, it's good, isn't it? Because
I got it on my other.
Man United will grab all the headlines next week, which would be great.
What? Yeah, Erik Ten Hag sacked.
I don't think he's going to get sacked. I don't think he's a bad manager. I think he inherited a load of crap.
Sometimes that's enough to get you fired, though.
He's bought a load of crap as well, though.
And sometimes inheriting a load of shit is enough to get you fired.
But I thought the midfield's a bit old.
I don't like what Ten Hag's done at United, but I'm not a United fan. I don't like how Jadon Sancho's been exiled. I think he's a quality player. I think he could generate in the right team. If he come to us, I reckon he'd shine. Honestly,
we can link with him again. But we got enough left wingers. It's the thing. We got enough left.
I know.
Shift Brennan to the right. I almost think it's worth it, but
So Man United, I'm just looking on BBC website.
Do you know what? I always said,
and Man United have taken off Amrabat at half time, who was meant to be the Demon Six, and they brought Mount on for him at half time. They've taken Lindelof, who was playing left back, off and brought Reguilon on in the 73rd minute.
Hey, 3-0!
And they've taken Højlund off and brought Garnacho instead of Højlund. And apparently, Man United fans went mad when they substituted Højlund. 3-0. Who's got the third goal?
It looked like it was Foden. Hold on. Let me make sure.
Oh, if it is Foden, I'm loving it because he's in my team.
I like Foden. He's a good player. Underrated, I think, and all. Good player.
Yeah, it was Foden.
Okay, but it stays like this. I've got the correct prediction as well. So I might be able to give an updated table today, Cole. Before we
yeah, of course you will.
Yeah. Yeah, Phil Foden with the goal. Holland with the assist.
Josh will get a point as well because Josh has gone for an away victory. Beer Talk went away. Rakesh went home. Ian went draw. Dry roasted peanut away. Chris Peters away. Ellie away. Totspurs away. Nita R went away. Chris Meta went away. Carlin went for a home win, 1-0. And at the moment, I'm the only one with 0-3 that's got the correct prediction at the moment.
Snap. Well, congratulations. You said you were coming back. I literally need to start getting betting tips from you. We can have a segment. Betting tips with Jose.
Betting tips. Now, Ian's the betting man because he's got the horses.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Maybe we get you two together. Two great minds put together, one ultimate mind.
if you're going to bet, you have to bet responsibly.
Absolutely, 100%.
If you're going to bet people, you bet responsibly, okay? No irresponsible betting.
When the fun stops, stop.
Yep, exactly. But always put a Harry Kane goal into your accumulator or into your parlay bet because come on, he's going to score.
Can we just go back a step because we went off. We were asked a question and then we all started talking about everything. The question we were asked, and have we finished the question off? Was Davis or Emerson? And then I think we've heard people saying that we could have other players maybe step in there. Van der Ven step in there if we had a centre half to come in, which I don't think we have at the moment. But it's a point that he can play left back. For me, the only thing I'll say on the matter, because I didn't get a chance earlier, is what I said yesterday. I watched Davis, and I used to say to myself, Davis is a squad player. He's maligned by people and stuff like that. But yes, for the match on Friday, for the first time ever, I saw a player that just did not fit the system. He was getting roasted and baked down the right-hand side by them. And he was like nearest to the ball and people like 3-4 yards behind him and were getting beyond him. And if it weren't for the blanket in Van der Ven, they would have got in.
Do you also think, because I was thinking about this afterwards, I'm thinking, okay, you're Davis, you're not a young player coming in to take this spot. Now, as you are a long way down the pecking order, when you come on the pitch and you probably know you've got no future at the club, even though you've got another year on your contract at the end of this season. So as your confidence or your get up and go going to be when you go on the pitch to play in that position? So now Ange now hooks him, which makes it doubly bad. I don't think we'll see Davis again. Personally, I don't think we'll see him again. No.
Adrian, I'll ask you then, Adrian. Do you think Dyer can play in this system?
No.
Well, there you go. So there's two players, Dyer and Davis. Right, forget about Dyer playing at left back. Davis playing at left back. Let's say there was an injury to Van der Ven, and they brought Davis to play. Would Davis fit the system playing left centre half?
Not with a high press, he won't.
That's what I'm saying. So therefore, what I'm saying is, on Friday, I thought it was the final nail in Davis's coffin. I actually saw, for the 45 minutes that he played, I saw that he doesn't fit left back or left centre back at all in this system. And for me,
if I was that desperate, if he weren't going to go with Ashley Phillips or Dorrington, I would be tempted. I wouldn't want to do it all the time because he's not that technically good in the final third to play Emerson Royal as a centre half alongside Romero to guide him through. Because he's just the final third, his final ball. It's just not there, is it? He's improved. If we need defensively, like shore things up, you can bring him on and all that. He's improved. Got to do a lot more to convince me, though. He's the read.
So, you're saying you would put Van der Ven at left back and then move and then move Royale to.
If you didn't want to give Phillips a go.
I
Then
don't know.
it all depends on the opposition as well, doesn't it? You got to look at some of these teams and think, right, who are the teams that have got the most pace up front that are going to trouble us? Well, we've already played Man United. They did give us trouble at home. And Liverpool gave us trouble at home. But we got through them games. Arsenal got pace up front, and we got to draw away. So we've coped. So I don't know many other teams, Man City obviously, out there, who would give us, if we had to make a change and lose a bit of pace at the back, who are going to give us too much trouble. Now, I might be talking rubbish here because I haven't really analysed every team in the league, you know. But
you just told me you didn't watch much other football.
Another, when we talk about transfers, just another thing. I mean, unless you want to carry on with this, we need another goalkeeper, guys. Brandon Austin, Alfie Whiteman aren't good enough. They are not good enough. And Volm, he's going to get his old age pension next year. So, like, you know, we need another goalkeeper. And Keeley looks good, though. The young kid we got, he does look good in the under-21s, but he's not ready.
So, guys, I am just throwing out there. It is 12:17. I work at 12:30. I'm not in a rush to, like, jump off, but I do want to say we got to get that direction. So I'll get the jazz music playing. I feel like that kind of lets everybody know, hey, it's almost time. We got to get. I've got everybody's channels. I've been plugging away in the chat. The chat has kind of died down. I think everybody is watching the football today. Hopefully they come back and watch the show on repeat. We've had our wonderful guests, Josh from Speaking Spurs and Mia from Spurs Between the Lines. And then our somewhat awesome guest. No, I'm just kidding. Adrian, you're wonderful. Adrian, who you can find on Twitter and on Facebook. And again, I'll have everybody's links in a bit. So the last topic Adrian was speaking about, I'd like to get you guys' opinion. What do you guys think we should do regarding the backup goalkeeper situation next season? It's a great point, and one that I hadn't given much thought, but it really deserves.
I think in the background, there's a list already being drawn up, and they've already got ideas of who they want to come in next season, and it will probably be someone.
Yeah,
it'll probably be someone to provide competition, not to bring in as a number two. I would have thought that we're forward thinking now, and it'll be to provide competition.
That sounds awesome.
Joe, what I will say is we're looking very closely at a boy that's young. Oh, Joe, I did a video on it. I can't remember, but if you want to go back onto my videos and you'll find it, because I did do a video about a young boy that we apparently are very, very keen on for goalkeeper.
Who is it? Me? We're from what country? This country or another country?
It's from this country. Joe, what the name? I get so many names. I could go get my notes, but I can't be bothered. But yeah, I know that I did a video about it, and we're apparently really keen on him. So we are looking into it, but I'm not sure if he would be a competition necessarily. But yeah, and we also have got Forster still. We've got quite a few goalkeepers. I feel like we need to sort it out. We need to do a bit of shuffling when it comes to our goalkeepers.
Doesn't Forster's contract finish next season, at the end of this season?
I hope to God it does.
I don't know.
His contract.
Forster's. Well, we'll keep him for another year, won't we, or whatever? He'll sign because he's 37, isn't he?
Yeah, but I'm sure that his contract's up in the summer, is what I'm saying, Adrian.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
I think we bought him on a 2-year deal or something like that, and I think his contract's up. And that's why I thought to myself, they probably won't renew his contract and they'll go for a goalkeeper. The other two goalkeepers that are in the squad, Whiteman and Austin, they don't get a sniff. They don't get a look in at all. I don't know what's
reason at all.
I don't know what's the point having them there. We should have been
I only see Austin play one game, so you can't judge a player in one game. It's not fair. But he came from 2 crosses into the box and missed both and gave away a penalty. So as you can imagine, I wasn't impressed. But
what game was that, Adrian?
That's Whiteman. Brandon Austin, I haven't seen Brandon Austin play. I know one of them was farmed out to Norway or Sweden or something like that.
Whiteman.
And the other one has just come back from he done his leg in, didn't he? Bad injury, ACL or something like that. He's just coming back. But they're in their like early 20s now, right? Now, like a lot of the youngsters, we've heard names of the youngsters in the team that are doing well. If it's Divine or if it's Donnelly or if it's Upson Bell or is it Lancashire or Santiago, you know, we've been hearing names of these players, right, for a year or so now, right? We've never heard no one rave about Brandon Austin or Alfie Whiteman, have we? And there's a reason for that. They ain't good enough. They haven't kicked on. They're not good enough. Like they're obviously not good enough. I can't say from watching or even stats that if they had been that outstanding, I think we'd have heard a bit more of them, and we haven't. And that's what I'm judging on. I could be wrong.
Okay. Good points.
Sorry,
Good points.
Can you go back, Adrian? You know, you said you saw one of the keepers play. Was it in a first team game?
Alfie Whiteman, was it? It might have been when we lost in the League Cup away at Colchester or something like that under Mourinho or whatever it is.
All right, cool. Okay.
It was a while ago.
Because I saw Brandon Austin play, but that was I've only seen him play in pre-seasons for us. But I've not seen Whiteman at all.
That Josh Keeley looks a prospect though.
The Irish, he's the Irish kid, right? Josh Keeley.
He looks a pro. But look, the academy now, they've got money to spend, right? They can go out and get a keeper. They're not worried about strengthening the academy. All the teams are top of their leagues. You know, we're undefeated, like 9 games or whatever it is. Can't stop scoring goals. You know, the only time we struggle a bit is when our players get called away on international duty. Then we're a bit weak when we play some of these other teams. But they still seem to be getting across the line. There's some good kids there. Whether they come through or not, who knows? You know.
Yep. Absolutely. Real quick. So since we're wrapping up, we got to go quick. Josh, are you with us still, or did you have to run off?
I'm here, man. I'm here.
Josh is here. Hey, I just want to hear what you've got to say about the goalkeeper situation. Do you think?
Yeah, we need another. We need a backup. We need a backup goalkeeper. I think there's a matter of urgency. Well, yeah, you can, because Big Vic is cooking, mate. Big Vic is cooking. No, we definitely need we need another goalkeeper brought in. Someone probably of greater, if not equal quality to Vicario, to give them some contention to try and actually contest. The last thing we want right now is complacency. We saw how that worked with Hugo Lloris. I don't think Brandon Austin is the guy. I don't think Alfie Whiteman's the guy. As much as I love what Fraser Forster's done for us, like filling in for Hugo when he was out injured, I don't think he's the guy. So no, another goalkeeper, I think he's definitely something we should be looking at for filling.
Yeah, no, you said it well. Do you think in any world Hugo Lloris comes back into this squad and we have him as backup?
No chance. I think he's going for his coaching badges, isn't he? So,
oh, cool.
He's gone in January, Colin. He's gone in January.
Gotcha. Cool.
So Dyer's gone in January as well, and I'm just hoping Davis goes as well now in January.
Just make it the trifecta. Get the rest of the.
Then we need to bring. But it's not just like me saying we need to get rid of him. Lloris not so much, because you've got 2 goalkeepers there already, but the other 2 we need to replace with 2 defenders.
Yeah, I don't want a short left back if we get another one in. You know, I mean, Chelsea must have a glut of defenders, haven't they? I mean, we're supposed to be interested in that Chalaboa as well, aren't we, as a centre back? Yeah, but
so Mia, real quick before we got to head out, what do you think about the goalkeeper situation? Do you think we're going to grab somebody in January? Do you think it'll be the summer? Do you think it'll be competition for Vicario or a backup to Vicario? What do you think Spurs have in mind? Get your crystal ball.
Well, I've just looked back on my videos. I think I found the right one. His surname's Phillips. I'm pretty sure that's the one. But I have to rewatch it to make sure I know the name. But yeah, I think we're probably looking in the summer, because I think even if Lloris goes, for now we're okay. And I think that we're not going to spend money unnecessarily, because January we're not going to go out and get 5 players. Do you know what I'm saying? So if some of the players go, and we do need we need a centre back, for instance, if Højbjerg goes, we have to have a replacement before he goes. And if we're looking maybe to get a winger in or somebody else in, I think that's the max we're going to get. So I think that goalkeeper is probably a summer problem, not a January problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And at the end of the season, it'll be interesting to see if Jade Spence or Regulon are wanted by Ange. See how they do.
Yeah. He sent them out, so the mere fact he sent them out, I don't think he wants them.
No.
I don't think they've had enough game time. Well, Reguilon might, but Spence hasn't had next to no game time at all on his loan, has he?
I hope Reguilon kills it. I hope Reguilon does so well that we get $25 million for him, and they're biting our hand off for that price, and he's gone.
The plans are already in place, Colin. The plans are in place.
Good. Fingers crossed. And I'm sure they know what they're doing. We've got the man Paratici, the cook, Chef Paratici on it, and
We were at one time interested at I forget his name, the left back at Roma. He's a youngster. He was about 23. I can't remember his name offhand. We were interested in him. I don't know if because that's in the Conte and Mourinho era. I don't know if so. You then got to go back and think, does the player suit the system or not? So
they got well, right now they're playing with the back three.
Playing tonight, they're playing with a back three, but the left back they got playing is Nikola Zalewski.
Zalewski, that'd be cool. He's got a cool name.
How old is he?
I don't know. I'm just looking at the lineup tonight. They're playing into Milan at the moment. Roma are away. It's 25 minutes in, and Nikola Zalewski is the left wing back. They're playing with three at the back. They're playing with Mancini, Llorente, and Ndika at the back.
Well, if that was under Conte, and that would make sense because he'd want a wing back. So I'd assume this guy is fast, and I think it was him that we were interested in. And we can always do a swap for Dyer.
Yeah, they do. They are interested supposedly. All right, but gang, it is 3 minutes till, so I'm gonna have to run. I think we'll call that a day on the show, unless you guys want to keep going, and I can. Everybody, all Spursed out, all footballed out, ready to go.
I've got to shoot off, man. I've got stuff to do.
Cheers, look at that. Look how well the timing worked. Josh, thank you for having some time for us and coming to visit, man.
Thanks for having me
on the show, buddy. Yeah, cheers, man. Talk to you soon, Josh.
Thank you. Cheers,
take care, Josh.
And everybody, Josh's channel again. Let me find the comments up here. I went ahead and Speaking Spurs, and here is the link. It doesn't look pretty, but it will take you there.
I'd like to check that out. I thought, so does this work? It did work.
Yeah, no. Yep, it'll do it. It does look ugly, though. But yeah, Josh's channel, Speaking Spurs. Adrian, thank you again, as always, for coming on. I have here the link to your wonderful Spurs Facebook group. And it's just growing and growing in members. So everybody, if you're looking for a spot on Facebook to hang out with other like-minded people and be around other Spurs fans, that is the place. And finally, last but not least, Mia has been on the channel today, one of our Patreon members. She's kind of a big deal around these parts of the internet. Mia W. Spurs Between the Lines. Let me get you back up here.
I'm really not.
No, we were very, very, very happy and lucky to have you on today. There is the link to Mia's channel. Anybody watching this, if you have not already subscribed to Mia's channel, what are you doing? Get over there, throw a subscribe, like some previous videos. Everybody show Mia some love. And
on Tuesday at 7 p.m. on our channel, it will be a Patreon takeover. So our patrons will be running the show on Tuesday, 7 o'clock in the evening, UK time.
And we will.
I don't know if I'm okay to run a show. I don't think I could do that. I don't know.
You'll be fine.
You've never done it before, right? But no, we'll get that advertised some more closer to. But yeah, guys, same time, same place. We'll see you. We carry on. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. I know it's a busy Sunday. Everyone had other things to do. We really appreciate everybody who's come to spend time with us. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
And Tottenham, sorry, Man United.